everybody. It's Cookie Brothers with FCF International, here again for another Cookies Corner. It's that time of year, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You know, it's time for us to all stop and thank God for all that He's done for us and begin to set our hearts and minds onto the future. You know, I've heard it said, the more gratitude you express, the more abundance you experience. You know, it's even been scientifically proven that after 21 days of expressing gratitude, you retrain your brain to start scanning the world for positive things. That's amazing. The University of California, Berkeley did a 3-year research costing over $5.5 million on the topic of gratitude. And their findings were being grateful and keeping a journal of gratitude instead of complaining resulted in better sleep, fewer symptoms of illness, more happiness, less anxiety and depression, increased self-esteem, less stress, and reduces negativity. Some good results. So living with gratitude is part of the life of faith. Being grateful for what you have is the first step to applying faith for what you don't have manifested in your life right now. So I called my friend Patrick Norris about the neuroscience and theological explanation of gratitude, and he explained it in detail. But I'm going to give you a synopsis, Cookie version 1.0. This is a brain. Now, there's a part of the brain that we're going to call the emotional area. And I'm just going to put a number 1. This is number 1. This is the emotional area that releases cortisol, that puts us into a high stress awareness of danger and causes us to have a hyper-reactive emotional state. Well, there's another part of the brain that's where our empathy, compassion, and gratitude are exercised, and it releases oxytocin. We're going to call this area number 2. You like that? Number 2 sliding. I'm going to try it this way. There we go. Number 2. Okay, the oxytocin, aka the love hormone, is both relational and experiential, just like God. When oxytocin is released, it goes back over to the first part of the brain and calms the stress. But it doesn't just stop there. It goes over to the third part of the brain, and we're going to put that right here. I know that's weird, but that's kind of where it is. All right, the third part of the brain releases dopamine, and then you feel calm, happy, and safe. Brains are so cool, and God is so cool for making the brain. Gratitude isn't just tactical. It's not just something that we're going to put on our to-do list. But the purpose of being thankful, the Bible tells us, is we enter His gates with thanksgiving and into His courts with praise. Now stay with me here. The Bible has now confirmed science that when we're grateful, we enter His courts with praise. And when that happens, we stop the stress, all fear, anxiety, and you feel calm, happy, and safe. Now, once you feel calm, happy, and safe, then further on in Philippians, it says to think on these things that are good, pure, perfect, lovely, and a good report. So basically, your brain physically cannot focus on those things while you're stressed. So you have to engage. You have to feel gratitude. You have to feel it. You have to experience it for your brain to release the oxytocin and then the dopamine, and then you can make your request known in true faith. Thankfulness will prepare you for the renewing of your mind. So when you're writing in gratitude, remember the study from the UC Berkeley? The goal isn't just to write something down, it's to engage it. As an example, when we get into our word of faith declarations and confessions of faith, we're not just to make a confession of faith. The act of confession of faith doesn't bring the same kind of impact if you can't imagine it. You've overlaid the template of God's word onto the details of your life, and you're envisioning a hope and a future. It takes gratitude to a whole new level, doesn't it? So with this understood, let me throw out a challenge for you. Remember earlier I said the more gratitude you express, the more abundance you experience? How about for the next 30 days, let's be thankful together? We've made you a gratitude journal, and it's attached to this email. So here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. For 30 days in the morning, we're going to write 3 things that we're grateful for, and we're really going to sit in it and feel the gratitude. And then each night, we're going to write out 10 good things that we experienced that day. Even if it's just, I didn't eat ice cream today, or I ate ice cream, or I watched the sunset, or thank God my heater or my AC works, anything. That way you're being intentional with your gratitude, you're experiencing that gratitude, and you're doing it all because of your intimate relationship with your loving Father. I can sincerely say, and sit here and feel it and experience, I'm so grateful and thankful for each of you.